Are you good? I take it they've asked you most of the questions.
Pardon?
They've asked you most of the questions that I wanted to ask, but I'll ask you few. What's in this bag? How much is in this bag?
Sorry?
How much is in this bag?
How much what?
How much money is in this bag?
I have no idea.
Then how do you know that General Mkwanaze had money in his account, in his Louis Vuitton bag? Did you see the money?
I never said there was money in a Louis Vuitton bag.
Oh, you didn't.
No?
Did you see him being given a Louis Vuitton bag as a gift?
No, I didn't see that.
So how come you say you're saying that he was given a gift of a Louis Vuitton bag which he gave to his wife?
If you wait, I'll show you
Were you there?
No,
You were not there.
but it was all over
That's the person who told you.
It was all over. It was in the media.
Oh. Oh, it was in the media that President Ramaphosa stole bought money and hid it under the sofa. So was that true because it was in the media as well? Does it mean he stole the money?
I'm not saying it's true here. I'm saying these are the allegations.
Do you believe them?
I do.
Do you believe that Ramaphosa stole money?
I don't know. I haven't looked at that.
Did you look at the other one, the Louis Vuitton?
I did.
What did you look at?
What do you mean, what did I look at?
What did you look? You said you looked into it.
I
What
made
did you
some
look into?
inquiries and I
You made
discovered,
some.
yes.
And you never made none on the parliament.
I wasn't involved in that. I wasn't invited to be involved in it.
Were you invited to investigate Pahlani?
No.
So what do you mean when you say you're not invited in the Pala issue?
Well, nobody phoned me and said, by the way, there was a break-in and money was stolen. Will you assist us with the investigation?
Who said you must investigate Pahlani then? Who invited you?
I didn't get invited. Somebody approached us with information.
How so? Is that the letter, the brown envelope under the door?
Who?
Is that the issue? Is this the story where you say you got an envelope under the door?
No.
How do you get it?
We received a tip-off from an informer.
From an informer.
Yeah, and the informer's, well, he's now retired, was a colonel in the police.
Oh, okay. Before we go any further, you said MK members, including Honorable James, were guilty of having information that is coming from intelligence. And you said that's a criminal offense, punishable with 10 years.
What's the paragraph?
The WhatsApp from the WhatsApps.
Yeah, but what's the paragraph number?
No, I'm asking what you said. You said MKP members.
Yeah, but if you can direct me to the paragraph number, I'd appreciate that because
no, you said it here. I was listening to you.
I was reading what was
no,
in
you
my
said
statement.
It. You said it. Remember when you said all MKP members, and including Honorable James, have information that is coming from intelligence and it's punishable with 10
I read
years.
what was in my statement.
Okay.
So if you can direct me back to the paragraph number, otherwise we're going to have to stop while I go looking for that paragraph number.
Okay, while they look for it, let me remind you, you said that we are guilty of that. So I want to ask you, you just said to Honorable Nomvalo, where is this? You got information from reliable resources, reliable, what did you say? Sources, yes. Within the intelligence. Were you telling the truth or were you lying?
I was telling the truth.
So isn't that the same thing you are accusing us of?
What accusation?
Getting information that was not supposed to be in our hands. The WhatsApp information. You can't pretend that you forgot. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Well, let me find the paragraph.
You know what? Tell me that.
I don't think I said.
The chair.
I don't think I said that you were in possession of that
You said
information.
okay. You said okay, Honorable James. Then.
Yes.
Yeah,
are we referring to Honorable James? Or are we referring to MKP?
What's the difference? You know, I'm finding similarities between you and Brown Mogotsi. You can be the white Brown Mogotsi.
Pardon?
It's fine. Leave it there. Chair said I must not say you are a liar. Chair, please reconstruct this sentence for me. Are you a liar or a slow learner? Because you say you were in an accident, and in this accident, You forget things. You forgot your Afrikaans. You forgot your entire fluent Afrikaans.
Okay,
But you
let me explain to you something,
yes.
because you make these allegations and then
No,
you
I'm
confirm.
repeating what you said. I'm not making any allegation.
Hmm.
Can you fix that? You say what I said.
Okay,
Mm-hmm. Wena ngufuna eveni nika wena. Mr. Sullivan,
yes.
there's a white bucky outside here.
Pardon?
There's a white bucky, a very white bucky here.
A what?
White bucky. Do you know what's a bucky? A van.
Yes.
It's a van. I think you should be going in that van. You're changing your statements now. Let's go again. How is your relationship with Mr. McBride?
I don't have a relationship with him.
Is he a credible police officer?
Pardon?
Is he a credible officer? Do you find him credible?
A credible what?
Do you find him credible?
In some respects, yes.
Okay. So how come when Mr. McBride is traveling with Mandla Mahlangu, the one you spoke about, who owns a 7 million farm and a house in Savannah, you never investigated that person, including McBride?
Which person?
Mandla Mahlangu.
I wasn't involved in anything that required me to investigate them.
Were you involved in investigating Patlan?
Pardon?
Were you involved in investigating Mr. Patlan?
For 10 months, yes.
You were. And
Yeah.
how did you get into that?
Because IPID refused to investigate.
Okay. This one, Mandla Mahlangu travels with Mr. McBride every day, and he owns a 7 million farm and a house in Savannah. Why didn't you bother to investigate that?
I didn't know that.
You didn't know.
If somebody had come to me and said to me, by the way, this person has a 7 million rand property,
Mm,
it needs to be investigated,
mm.
or I receive a tip-off, I could have possibly looked at it. But what I can't do is suck things out of my thumb and then go and look at those.
I'm asking you because you say you love South Africa. That's why you decided to investigate and help with the security in South Africa. So your love, is it limited to a certain, or is it pointing to certain people? Or can everybody benefit from your love of life in South Africa?
Yeah, I think they do, yeah.
Okay, when Spear was appointed in Gauteng without having a competency, why didn't you investigate that one?
What was he appointed? I don't understand.
General Sibia, the credible officer, the one you said he has, is the best one of the best. General Sibia.
Did I say he was one of the best?
Yeah, you did in one of your interviews.
Mhm.
How do you regard him?
I'd say he's a competent police
Competent.
official, yeah.
You know he doesn't have competency.
When you say
He
competent,
failed competency.
like security
Competence,
clearance, you mean?
yes, yes.
I have no knowledge of that.
So you have no knowledge of that. So you just took him under your wing and trusted him and,
I didn't take him under my wing.
okay, so why didn't you investigate him?
What should have I investigated him for?
For having no competency, for buying a grab, for upscaling his salary from 1.2 to 1.8, for taking a position that he has not applied for, and paying himself overtime.
I have no knowledge of that.
You had no knowledge.
No.
Okay. So when Ramaphosa hides money under the, Mr. Ramaphosa, when he hides money under the sofa, and you heard about it, what did you do? Did you investigate or just left it like that?
I only found out about it 2 years
Did
later.
you investigate or you left it like that?
I investigated the allegations that were put out by Arthur Fraser, and I opened a criminal
Did
docket.
you investigate from Mr. Ramaphosa for putting money under the sofa before you investigated Mr. Fraser, who is a whistleblower in this case? Why investigate a whistleblower where there is crime?
Because he
that is
wasn't a
alleged?
whistleblower,
What was he?
a criminal, in
A
my
criminal.
opinion.
In your opinion, Mr. Ramaphosa hiding money under the mattress or the sofa, was that not criminal?
I don't know about that. I knew nothing about it.
Again, I'm going to ask
And I can't retrospectively
you,
go back and investigate something that happened several years ago where there's no trail of evidence.
do you know Forte University? Do you know about it, Forte?
I know where it is.
There's a gentleman by the name Oscar Mabuyane, who's a choice to Mr. Ramaphosa. When he was alleged that his education or qualifications in Fort Hare was fraudulent or somehow having issues, why didn't you investigate?
Excuse me.
I'm still on
Chair.
the love of South Africa. I'm still on the love of South Africa. You said you
Alright.
love South Africa.
Alright.
And South Africa can't be
You
Patani.
you asked me a question and then
You can answer.
don't allow me to finish
I
answering.
apologize. You can answer.
Right. Forensics for Justice is a non-profit company. It doesn't receive any income other than small donations. You can go on the website. On the website are published every year the audited accounts. And you can go there now on your computer and look at it and see it. And you'll see the amount of resources that we have available to carry out investigations. Now, if we were to investigate every allegation against every public official in South Africa, we would need probably 2 or 3 billion rand a year and lots of investigators. We just don't have that. So to sit there and ask me why you didn't investigate that, why you didn't investigate that, why you didn't investigate that, it's just impossible. We have to select the cases where people approach us and say, we've got this information.
Okay.
Nobody
I
came
have
to us.
3 minutes, Mr. Solomon. Sorry for that. I
But I'm
apologize.
just saying, nobody came to us and told us, this Professor, what did you say, Mabula?
Oscar Mabuyane, he's a premier in Eastern Cape.
Okay, nobody came to us and said,
Are you
this-
gonna investigate since I'm telling you now?
nobody came to us.
I'm coming to you now. Are you gonna investigate?
Well, if you go on our hotline, you can file.
I'm gonna take
And then
too
it will
long.
be
Luckily
about-
here, can you, for the love of South Africa that you have, can you investigate that?
We don't take all.
Okay, let me ask this one. I'm a South African and I need to learn something from you since you love us. How do I convince a judge or how do I get a judge to give me a court hearing at 12 a.m. and give me a conviction that I can't be arrested within, unless I'm given a note that says within 48 hours I have to be notified? How do I convince a judge to do that for me at 12 a.m.?
What's 12 a.m.? Can you define that?
Time. At midnight.
That didn't happen.
How? You got a document that says you can't be arrested and you must be notified within 48 hours. And you got that at night, at midnight.
Okay,
Is
so
that
if
not
you,
true?
if you have a look, Chairman, this relates to section P.
Is it true or not true?
No,
Did
it's
it happen?
It's not true.
It never happened. You don't have such a document.
I have such,
What
but it
time was
wasn't
that court
obtained
convened?
at midnight.
What time was that court convened? At what time did you get
It
that?
was a normal court day.
During the day.
Yes.
If I have it on record that you are lying, can you hand yourself straight to the police station?
Because you are making a mistake. Let me explain
mistake?
to you, Chairman, and I'm going to finish now because you're now accusing me of lying. So I've made it clear that every time somebody defames me, I'm going to respond. The reality of the situation is, in 2016, after repeated arrests and abuse of my constitutional rights, I launched an application in the High Court.
What time was it?
Well, normal course of business. It was an urgent application.
This midnight court is the story.
No.
It's not a
What?
story. Is it a story or not?
You know what? Let me try and finish, because what you're trying to
The
do,
thing is eating on my
what you're
time. Why-
trying,
okay, why
no,
are you
you're
answering
trying to,
that?
you're trying to make false and defamatory statements.
Simple. Did it happen?
The reality,
Was there a midnight
there
court?
was a midnight.
There was. Thank you. That's what I want.
No, you're
Do you
not
know
going to get
Stenoff?
away with that. The reason for the midnight court was because I had been unlawfully arrested.
So there was a
dragged-
midnight court. The question that I asked.
I had been
How do I
unlawfully
convince a-
arrested.
Okay, Mlungu wami.
An
Kahle, kahle,
urgent
Mlungu. Kahle, Mlungu.
application was
Kahle, kahle,
brought.
kahle, nsizwa kithi,
An
kahle.
urgent application was
Kahle, kahle.
brought
Wait.
in the
Kahle.
urgent court in Pretoria
Can I
after I had been unlawfully arrested
Wait, lo baba.
by
Kahle,
dirty
kahle,
cops
baba.
reporting to Pashlani. And they dragged me away.
I understand your anger with Pastor. The
I'm
question
not
is not
angry
that.
with you. I'm
This is the
stating the
question.
truth. And what I'm not
How
going
do
to
you
allow
get a
is
judge?
for you.
How do I convince a judge to give me a court hearing at midnight, 12 midnight?
It-
I just want to learn, how do I do that? Do I need money, bribe, or what?
You
What
need
do I
to speak
need?
to,
How do I?
you need to speak,
Honorable
you need to
Breitenbach.
speak to my lawyers because
Honorable
the court
Breitenbach.
application was launched by my
Mr.
lawyers.
Paul Robert O'Sullivan, your time has expired with
Thank you,
Honorable Shong. May you turn to Honorable Breitenbach. She's sitting there. Your time has started, Honorable Breitenbach.
Chairperson, good afternoon, Mr. O'Sullivan.
Good afternoon.
Apart from the time that you were arrested, I think it was in April 2016, and taken